Session of the seventh CheonBo education. So before we begin, let us first offer our love and respect to heavenly parents and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. 존재인 장부님께 경배. 바로 for the opening prayer, may I call on Auntie Teresita Millares po.
Okay. Thank you, Iha. So let us pray, brothers and sisters. Good evening to you, our most loving Heavenly Parent and true parents, our victorious two parents of heaven and earth and humankind. We gather ourselves as one family at this very moment, Heavenly Parent, to continue receiving your guidance, to continue receiving this education, Heavenly Parent. We are truly thankful. We are truly, truly thankful and grateful for this opportunity that you have given us. And we would like to invite you to be with us, Heavenly Parent, to be with us from beginning to end of this lecture, guiding and protecting us along this program, Heavenly Parent, that we could be able to truly understand more deeply your heart, your sorrowful and suffering heart, Heavenly Parent, and true parents. And we pray, Heavenly Parent, that as we keep on moving on, receiving those guidance, receiving those education, Heavenly Parent, we could be able to truly, truly do our responsibility, trying our best to fulfill our responsibility along our way. Loving Heavenly Parent and the parents, we sincerely pray that you could continue to guide our educators, our mentors, Heavenly Parent, your instrument. We pray for the good health and for the protection always, so that we could continuously keep on spreading those words, keep on guiding and educating each and every one of us. Heavenly Parent, thank you so much for everything. And I'd like to humbly pray with gratitude all this in my name. There is Tanisperos Millares of a blessed family attending our Holy Motherhood. Jew.
Ju. Okay, thank you so much, Nita, for that heartfelt prayer. So once again, brothers and sisters, welcome and good evening po. And yes, I'm very happy and grateful to see everyone here tonight. So, brothers and sisters, for our greetings, po, please help me welcome our Reverend John Robert Gregorio.
Thank you so much, Ate John Olive. Good evening po to all of our leaders, Reverend Ronnie, Sir Edgar, Reverend Rene, and Tita Connie, all of the regional leader, head pastors, and of course, our blessed families and members who are present here tonight. Welcome po to our special CheonBo education. This education po is tailored fit for the preparation of the CheonBo event in Isabela this coming April 17, 18. We would like to encourage everyone to please all register and make sure to encourage po all of our blessed families and members na mag-participate po tayo dito sa CheonBo event. Right now po we can see the development, no, the situation of our true mother. Right now, may nababasa po tayo ng mga news that the ongoing, some of the cases that filed for true mother is like nagba-back out na po yung iba, no, because of no clear substantial evidence that can prove that true mother is really violating some laws in Korea. But still, even though na may ganong situation, still meron pang isang case na kinakaharap. So let us continue to pray. Let us continue to offer devotion. We can see through Mother nominated for Nobel Peace Prize, and this is really the works of the spirit world. How we could unite together at the Chonshimon, and especially this coming CheonBo event, ipakita po natin yung ating unity as one family, unity as brothers and sisters to work hard spiritually. No, we are offering our liberation and blessing and guiding our brothers and sisters and our blessed families in this important event. So we would like to enjoin you po, our dear blessed families and members, na i-encourage po natin yung ating mga children, ang ating mga co-blessed families, co-members of our congregation to be part of this CheonBo event in Kawayan City, Isabela. Let us support our Kawayan City, Isabela CheonBo event po. So with this po, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat, and welcome po to this special CheonBo education. Thank you po.
Thank you so much po, sir. Please give him a virtual round of applause. Yeah, so thank you once again po. Now for our opening message, please help me welcome our Reverend Ronnie Sodusta.
Olive, thank you so much. Thank you so much po sa mga taga Baguio. Especially yung mga taga bundok dyan ng Cordillera. Alam po natin, they are deeply religious, always believing in the ancestor. Kaya po them tonight being able to host this, napaka-providential. This week po, ang daming mga na-experience na naman po tayo. We were invited to give Songwa message in the Songwa ceremony po ng mother ng ating family members, yung Kiros family. Dito po sa pamilya ito, si Nanay Dada, meron siyang 11 anak. Out of the 11 children, 4 po yung naging missionary. Dati po, ayaw po ng parent, yung tatay nila. Talagang nung una, habang nililekturan po, okay. Nung mga anak niya, isa-isa nang nawawala kasi pinagpapandraising, na lang hawak daw po ng itang, hinaga daw po yung church leader natin, at binabalik yung mga anak nila. But anyway, alam niyo po yung mga ganong mga kwento na nalalaman natin from the blessed family. Until now po na both of their parents, yung mag-asawa po is nasa spirit world na. And then, when they talk to me po, habang nakaupo po ako doon, and then sabi nila, magbigay daw po ako ng message. Since then, habang nakaupo po ako, tinitingnan ko yung picture ni Nanay Dada, yung namatay po. And then, suddenly po, parang feeling ko kinikiliti ako. Parang feeling ko si Nanay Dada, if she's in front of True Father right now, para siyang tumatawag, gano'n. Father, yung 4 sa mga anak ko yung naging missionaries, nag-serve sa Providence. Baka naman, mga ganun po. I feel like when we go to the spirit world, nasabi ko lang na ano ba yung magiging treasure ng nanay natin. Yun pala, alam ko ang naramdaman ko at that time, ang dala-dala niya, yung accomplishment ng mga anak niya. Simply by becoming missionaries in the Providence at the time of true parents, ano po, parang feeling ko ang laking bagay, it's a treasure. So tayo po ba, today, in this week, meron po ba kayong spiritual experience? Nakilite, gano'n, or na-remember niyo po yung mga ancestor ninyo, yung inyong parents, o yung mga anak na nasa kabilang buhay na. And I think we have to normalize this thing because we are living in the physical world right now. Parang feeling ko we are all bounded to look only on physical things. Moment like this, at the time of Songwa ceremony, and itong ganitong education, we were once again reminded by true parents that we have to have concern over spirit world. Hindi yung kapag patay na tayo, saka tayo magiging conscious, or kapag nagkasakit na. We as blessed families, it's part of our responsibility din po na while we are staying in the physical world, we have concern over these spiritual things. Ngayon po, ang lakas ng dating ng communication sa akin, communicating with fellow church leaders, even communicating with those people in the spirit world. Yun po, yung nanay ko, pinakausap ko na lang po kapag sobrang style na kaya ba? So I think, um, as blessed family as we are po, once again, we are reminded that we are both physical body and spiritual body. And we have to give nourishment both to our physical self and spiritual self. If we are aware with this one, then ano po, it's only a matter of time till we win the favor of the spirit world. And kung ano man po yung pinaplano ninyo, kung meron man po kayong pinaplanong business, pinaplanong kahit simple lang, nakausapin ko si nanay, si tatay, or kausapin ko si anak, pero laging nauudlot. May the spirit world po work with you and show to you the best way how we can do those things. Happy spirit world to everyone and happy spiritual education po. 감사합니다. 사랑합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you so much po, Sir Ronnie. Yes, Aju. Yeah, yeah, despite everything, yeah, God, Heavenly Parents is really alive. And Heavenly Parents tries to communicate with all of his children in all of these special ways. I genuinely believe that po. And so maraming salamat po ulit, Sir Ronnie. Now, brothers and sisters, please get ready. Wow. Prepare your hearts, prepare your minds, and let us open our ears to listen to tonight's CheonBo lecture po. So, without any further ado, please help me welcome our Dr. Edgar T. Tanate.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. First of all, I'm like to greet our regional director, Sir Ronnie. Thank you for that exciting message today. I myself becomes excited also. Thank you very much. That kind of amazing, youthful spirit always. So let me share my slides to everyone. Oh, yes. Can you see my slides, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So, okay. Oh, what happened? Wait a minute. Oh, what happened? Okay, sandali lang. Mhm. Teka, bakit hindi ako na-highlight? Pwedeng ano, ang tawag yan? Rose, iba yung nakikita ko sa screen ko. What happened? Ayun. Yan. Okay. Sige. Yes. So, brothers and sisters, um, yes, this is the fifth lecture, and today's topic is entitled spirit elements and CheonBo prayer devotion. Let me, oh, ayan. Yes. So let's give our thanks always to our beloved true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind for giving us this amazing CheonBo works that really supported each one, every one of us, most especially in this very beautiful time in the era of Chonilguk. So the question is that we need to really know is this answer to this question. What is the relationship between the physical self and the spirit self? So all of us know, Sir Ronnie mentioned a while ago, we have spirit self and physical self. So what is the relationship between these two? So we know from the divine principle that the relationship between the physical self and the spirit self is just like that of the tree and the fruit. So our physical self grow and even survive by receiving air, sunlight, and also food and water. In the divine principle, it is called the positive elements and the negative elements. No, so but we also have a spiritual self. So how can our spirit self, how do you say, exist at the same time, develop or grow? So our spirit self likewise receive what we call positive elements and negative elements. So the positive life elements or the positive elements that our spirit self receives in order to grow is what we call life elements, right? And the negative elements is vitality elements. So just like in the physical self, we receive positive elements, that is air and sunlight, that is free, right? No matter what, whether you like it or not, we are surrounded by air, and there will always be sunlight, and it is free. So that is for the physical self. However, for the negative elements, like food and water, it's not free, no? Sometimes free, but most of the time we have to work in order to get food and water. So positive and negative elements, both we need in order to grow physically. So likewise, for our spirit self to grow, we need the positive elements and negative elements. And we know from the divine principle that the positive elements is actually God's love and the truth. So it's equivalent to air and sunlight for the physical self. How about vitality elements? What is these negative elements equivalent to food and water that our spirit needs? According to the divine principle, the spirit elements is actually the element that comes from the physical self going to the spiritual self. So, how can we get these spirit elements? And then, what about vitality elements? So, when our physical self do good things, basically, it's living for the sake of others. Once the physical self lives for the sake of others, then it gives vitality elements, good vitality elements to our spirit. Okay? And then in return, our spirit self gives back what we call spirit elements to our physical self. So that means that these vitality elements comes from the physical self. Once we live our life for the sake of others, living a good life, then we receive good vitality elements from the physical self, and then our our spirit will grow. Right? That's not only that, our spirit will grow receiving God's love and God's truth at the same time, good vitality elements from the physical self by living for the sake of others. This is very important. It looks like simple, but this kind of revelation, this kind of truth coming from true parents is very important because it can change our life. We have to understand very clearly how this is applied in our life as we live our life here on earth. So God's original design for the physical body is that we live for the sake of others. When we were created by God, God's original design, the Creator's original design for our physical body is that it should actually live for the sake of others. Let me share with you my own personal experience about this. Number one, the beggar story. So, one time when I was studying in the university, I saved my money so that I can really, as a student, have to really save money so that you can sustain your study, right? So I don't eat inside the school because it's quite expensive. I go out of the campus and find a cheaper restaurant near the campus. So when I was on my way to eat my lunch, a beggar, I passed by a beggar, and she really looks hungry and miserable, and she asked money from me. Oh, palimos naman, kahit piso lang. No, that beggar. And then I was like, I don't like to give because my uncle, before going to Manila, told me, oh, when you go to the city like Manila, if some beggar asks you money, do not give money because they're controlled by the criminal syndicate. Your money will just go to them, not to the beggar. So I have really second thoughts giving money to the beggar. And so, but anyway, I really want to help the beggar. So I asked this beggar, can you come with me? Please come with me. So together we went to the restaurant. Then I bought lunch, and then I give the food to him. Then he cannot believe that I'm giving. Really? You give this to me? Yeah. How about you? Then I said, I already eat this morning, but it is lunchtime already. Anyway, he eat that food, and as I look at him, wow, he's really very hungry, and then very happy. But this beggar, while eating, after some time, he looks at me, and his eyes is like twinkling eyes of incredible gratitude, something like that. So when I look at his eyes, wow, very grateful, telling me, "Oh, thank you talaga ha, thank you very much," like that. So he's happy, and then his eyes is sparkling, and really very very grateful. So and that feeling I cannot explain. Words cannot describe the feelings I have, the happiness I have whenever I look at the eyes of that beggar. I think all of you also had experienced the same, right? When you help other people and they are very grateful to you, you are more happy than that person, right? So that is the effect of the spirit elements. So once the our physical body live for the sake of others, then our spirit returns spirit elements back to the physical body, and your physical body becomes really strong and healthy. Amazing feeling you cannot describe. So when I went back to my room, to my classroom, while I was walking, I really feel very, very light, very happy because I helped somebody, and that person is very, uh, how do you say, happy. So that is the feeling and the impact, the effect of spirit elements to our physical body. Yeah. So living for the sake of others, we are designed by God to be like that, to live for the sake of others. So next, about tithings and donation. Uh, when I was working in the university before, whenever I received my salary, I never failed to to give tithes. In fact, in the later part of my working, I even give 30% tithes. I never miss tithings, and I really practice it no matter what. So whenever I give tithes and I give donation, supporting the national providence, supporting the center, my feeling is always very, very good. Cannot be described by words. The happiness I felt inside of me whenever I give the tithes, and then I can really feel God's grace and God's love and protection. Now, so once we live for the sake of the nation, once we live for the sake of higher purpose, once we live for the sake of others, spirit elements come to our spirit self, and our spirit becomes really healthy and strong and grow towards perfection. So third is about offering devotion in Chonsimon. Whenever I also join devotion in Chonsimon, most especially in Korea, I really feel very, very different, very, very light feeling, very, very happy kind of feeling. This is the effect of the spirit elements that our spirit gives back to our physical body. Once we live for the sake of higher purpose, we live for the sake of God, we live for the sake of heavenly parent, we live for the sake of true parents, which is the highest purpose there is, then we can really receive this kind of spirit elements, and we really feel very, very happy deep inside of us. So we are designed by God actually to live for the sake of others. So God created and designed the physical body to receive spirit elements from the spirit self and experience being intoxicated by God's love as it lives for the sake of others. We are designed by God that way. So if we are designed by God that way, if we don't live in accordance with our original design, we are not we cannot be happy, right? So this is the reason why we feel and experience profound internal happiness when we help others and see them happy and successful in life. This happiness is so satisfying that we feel addicted to it. It's just like one brother told me he never missed Chonshimon Vigil prayer in headquarters. That's our brother Rahim. Then I interviewed him. Why are you attending always? What do you feel when you attend the vigil prayer? And then he said, "Oh, I feel like I'm addicted to it. I'm not. I don't feel. I feel uneasy if I don't join vigil prayer." You see, addicted. So you see, this spirit elements is really how do you say? Addictive, very addictive. Once you receive it, it's just like you receive God's love. And according to True Father, God's love is so sweet. No, once you receive it, you will never. How do you say? You don't want to be disconnected from it. I really feel the same. Really, God's love is these spirit elements that goes back to our physical self once we live for the sake of others, once we live for the sake of heavenly parent. Amazing, no? Spirit elements, right? Addictive. So two parents said that these spirit elements can even cure diseases and keeps human beings healthy all the time. Therefore, one secret to become healthy and truly happy is to live for the sake of others. Yes, once we live for the sake of others, we can truly be happy. There are so many people, even actors and actresses. They are beautiful, they are handsome, they are famous, they are millionaires, they have money, they have everything. But have you heard of some actors and actresses committing suicide? Have you heard? Most especially in Korea, right? So why they commit suicide? They already rich. They are beautiful, they're handsome, they're famous. What happened? No? People love them. Why they commit suicide? Right? Why? Because they are not truly happy. Yeah, why they are not truly happy? Because one lacking thing in their life is that they should live for the sake of others, have to sacrifice for the sake of others. Because once you don't live like this, even though you have lots of money, even though you're famous, even though you're handsome, you're beautiful, your happiness is not complete. Your happiness is incomplete. Huh? True and complete happiness can only be experienced if we live in accordance with God's original design when He created humankind. And what is God's original design for us? That is to live for the sake of others, brothers and sisters. That's why when you struggle in your life of faith, even in the center, yeah, one elder brother gave me advice. If you struggle, you want to overcome your struggle so that you will feel good, you know what to do? He told me, you clean the toilet. Clean the toilet in the center. So when I did it, clean the toilet, thinking, oh, I have to clean this toilet because this toilet is serving brothers and sisters. They will be happy once they can see a clean toilet. Then it's really true. My struggle disappeared. If I struggle, just clean the toilet, clean the center, do fundraising, and offer donation to the center, your struggle will disappear. Really true. Adju. So, what happens when we live a self-centered life? People live a self-centered life because they're ignorant that we are supposed to live for others. Another thing is that because they not only ignorant, but they don't know, how do you say, how to live for others, something like that. They have problems, and they are controlled by central evil spirits. So what happened when we live a self-centered life? Because we are controlled by central evil spirits and we are ignorant of the principle. So what will happen? We cannot receive spirit elements from our spirit self, and we feel that there is something lacking in my life. Young people, in order to find what is this lacking, no, something lacking in my life, young people take drugs, they smoke, they drink alcohol, they commit sexual immorality in order to replenish the loss of spirit elements, eventually destroying their lives. So drugs is addictive. So just like spirit elements is addictive, but spirit elements is from heavenly parent. Drugs, no, this kind of thing like drinking, alcohol, sexual immorality is from Satan. So in the beginning, it makes you happy. No, drugs make you happy, make you high, but eventually it destroys your life. Smoking, drinking, sexual immorality. In the beginning, you're happy, but eventually it will destroy your life, and you are not happy anymore. Then you commit suicide. This is what happened to actors and actresses and many other successful people who commit suicide even though they look externally successful. Okay, so we have to really know very clearly why people take drugs, because they did not receive spirit elements. They're not happy, so they thought that take drugs is the one that will complete the lacking part in their life. That is wrong. Satan's deception is like that. We have to really live for the sake of others, sacrifice for the sake of others if we want to be happy. Okay, so according to the principle, we know that good and evil vitality elements can be received by our body. So if we do good actions by living for the sake of others, we receive good vitality elements, our spirit, and we become a good person. Our spirit becomes a good spirit, and human responsibility is fulfilled. But if we uh, live for the sake of myself, evil actions, we give evil elements to our spirit. Our spirit becomes evil spirit. We become evil person. Yes, so this is very, very clear in our life, and we have to really understand this very clearly. According to the Bible in Revelations 20:13, each person was judged according to what he had done. Yeah? And then James 2:26, faith without works is dead. That means that we should really live in accordance with the principle, living for the sake of others. Our physical body has to really live and sacrifice for the sake of others so that we can really be happy and we can fulfill our original purpose in life. So God's original design, when he created man with both mind and body, we know that the mind pursues the whole purpose, and it should be the priority number one in our life. So the search for truth, beauty, goodness, and love should be number one, should be priority in our life. And then individual purpose should not be neglected anyway, but it should be secondary. Number two, and then eating, sleeping, drinking, having sex. This is like survival. We have to survive as individual. That's why it's called individual purpose, right? But the whole purpose, the mind should be the priority, living for the sake of others, living for heavenly parent, attending heavenly parents and true parents. So that means if the priority in our life is the desire of the mind, the desire of the conscience, the desire of the spirit, then we will live for the sake of others naturally. This is God's original design. So by doing this, meaning God dwells in our mind. God dwells in our mind, and our mind controls the body. The body follows the mind. The body unites with the mind. And then our body becomes holy. Our body becomes the body of God. This is God's original design. And we can become what? Sons and daughters of God. So, however, after the fall, mind and body fight. God told Adam's mind and God told Adam's mind and Eve's mind, do not eat the fruit. Meaning, do not have sexual relationship, which is the desire of the body. You have to wait until you reach perfection before you get married, before you have sex, something like that. And but Satan tempted Adam and Eve. So Satan told Adam and Eve through their bodily desire, it's okay. You can eat the fruit. You can even be better than God. No? So you can do it. So Adam and Eve, they followed Satan's words. Meaning, when they committed sexual relationship, they prioritized the desires of their body. So what happened? The body became very strong. The body became subject. The body stands in a position to control the mind. So Satan, working through the bodily desire, controls our conscience, controls the mind. That's why in John 8:44, Jesus said, you are of your father the devil, and your desire is to fulfill the will of your father. Meaning, man becomes selfish. Why selfish? Because the bodily desire, which is supposed to be number two only, to support the mind, becomes number one, becomes the priority. The bodily desire, like sex, eating, sleeping, becoming number one in our life. And when this happened, eh, the desires of the mind become number two only, then we live a life of selfishness, not living for the sake of others anymore. We become selfish people, evil people. This, the body, after the fall of man, the body became priority, individual purpose, eating, sleeping, drinking, having sex becomes number one. And finally, the mind becomes secondary, and we live for the sake of myself, for the sake of selfish life, something like that. And this is after the fall of man. And Satan controlled man through the bodily desires. So, even St. Paul in the book of Romans said, with the mind I serve the law of God, but with the flesh I serve the law of sin. Who can deliver me from this body of death? This is what St. Paul said. And eventually, the bodily desire of eating, drinking, money, sex, comfort become number one in our life. And then uh, attending God, living for the sake of others becomes only in a secondary. And so what happened? God cannot dwell in our mind because it is controlled by the bodily desire centering on Satan. And God is excluded from the life of man on earth. So we became the slave of Satan. And the Bible calls this spiritual death. We are spiritually dead. We have the name of being alive, but actually we are dead. We become slave of eating, slave of drinking, sleeping, slave of sex, slave of vices like smoking, drinking, drugs. We are controlled by bodily desire, controlled by Satan, and God has nothing to do with it. God is excluded from our life. This is the reality of fallen man. This is the reality of fallen man. But originally, God should dwell in our mind. Our mind, we are the temple of God. And once the mind is positive, then it will attract the body, and the body following the mind. If we do like that, Satan will be expelled from us. If all of us do like this, live like this, Satan will be expelled from this world. And eventually, we can stand as sons and daughters of God, spiritually alive. Adieu, we will have life, no? Once we accomplish this, brothers and sisters, meaning Satan can be kicked out of this world if we, as an individual, live like this, and then as a family also, live like this, and expand to the society, to the nation, and to the world. And then Satan will be expelled from this world. Adyo? By doing this, then we are going back to God's original design when He created Adam and Eve, when He created human beings. Right? So that's why true parents gave us the CheonBo H.J. Chonon Complex. This is the place where we strengthen our spirit, strengthen and prioritize our spirit. And then finally, our spirit can become powerful enough to control the body. The works of the substantial Holy Spirit, the work of the only begotten daughter, the works of our beloved true mother is centered in this H.J. Chonon complex. Brothers and sisters, how lucky we are that in our time today, we are living together with true mother, brothers and sisters, who is now leading the providence. So the center of this H.J. Chonon complex is Cheonsimwon in Korea. So Cheonsimwon uh, actually is the place where Heavenly Parent's heart and true parent's heart becomes one. So Heavenly Parent's heart and true parent's heart are one in Cheonsimwon. So if we offer devotion in Cheonsimwon, our heart connects with true parent's heart and Heavenly Parent's heart. And these three kinds of heart coming together, wow, we can accomplish anything. And you? We can accomplish anything. That's why True Mother declared that Cheonsimwon is the central headquarters of for the works of heaven. The highest devotion that we can possibly offer as we live our life on earth is in offering devotion in Cheonsimwon, because it is the place where our heart can unite with Heavenly Parent's heart and true parent's heart, and then we become sons and daughters of God. So the world's sincere devotion headquarters is Cheonsimwon, as declared by true mother, by true parents. So nothing is impossible. If we offer devotion in Cheonsimwon, we nothing is impossible. Why? Because by offering devotion in Cheonsimwon, we can get the support of more than 500 billion absolute good spirits. Once these more than 500 billion absolute good spirits and angels will work together with us, we can accomplish anything. No? But the question is, how do we mobilize the spiritual world? This is very important. So, we have the Chonchimon Special Night Prayer Devotion, brothers and sisters, and the true parents declared that and even prayed that all blessed families who will pray and offer devotion in Chonchimon, then we can receive the blessing of heaven, and the blessing can be spread to other people through each and every one of us. This is what true parents said. The source of blessing for all people will be us if we offer devotion in Chonchimon, because uh, we will receive this kind of tremendous blessing and grace if we offer devotion in Chonchimon. So True Mother gave this direction 2018 to these 8 elders, and they offer vigil prayer for 21 days in Chonchimon. And this starts the beginning of Chonchimon Special Night Vigil Devotion that started June 1 of 2020. So 6 years already, right? 6 years. Chonchimon Special Night Vigil Devotion, it became even 500 step by step. Many people start to join, and because of this, many people get addicted to it, because the spirit elements goes back to their physical bodies, and it makes them happy internally. eh? We cannot describe the happiness in our heart. That's why we keep on going and coming. And eventually, now, brothers and sisters, last yesterday, the 1540th night prayer vigil devotion. Yeah? That's April 10 of 2026. So now it's 1541st, I guess. So True Mother said, Reverend Lee Gisong needs to mobilize the spirit world. Reverend Lee needs to mobilize the spirit world in order to unite political, economical, religious, academic, and media world centering on heavenly parent holy community. You can see by offering devotion in Chonchimon, we can mobilize the spiritual world. And once we mobilize the spiritual world, we can affect politics, we can influence economy, we can influence religion, even academics and the media world. Not only the spirit or religions, but politics, economy, academic, the academy, and media, brothers and sisters. Aju, so offering devotion in Chonchimon is actually the most important thing each and every one of us should really do. So, True Mother said, invest more than your ancestors did. You have to mobilize the spirit world. If you are going to mobilize the spirit world, you have to stand in front and invest more sincere devotion than any of your ancestors did. So, in order for our ancestors and the spiritual world to work with us, we have to work harder than them. We have to offer more devotions than them. They cannot just follow you and be mobilized by you without you offering more devotion than them. We have the greatest opportunity, brothers and sisters, because this Chonchuan Vigil prayer is in front of us. In the past, there is no such thing as Chonchuan Vigil prayer devotion. So, even our ancestors were not able to participate in this, right? Because only now there is this kind of grace, this Chonchimon Vigil prayer. So, if we offer devotion in Chonchimon, as True Mother said, the highest devotion man can offer in our time today. So if we do this, then we are doing more than what our ancestors did in the past. We are doing more than any of the heroes and saints in the past. So by doing so, we have the authority, and even the angels and the spiritual, the absolute good spirits can really work with us, and we can mobilize the spiritual world. And once we mobilize the spiritual world, we can recreate this world. We can accomplish anything. Two parents said, we have to mobilize the spiritual world. Heaven cannot be built without mobilizing the spirit world. Heaven is supposed to begin from true parents, not from the fallen descendants who have existed until now. Just as the angelic world helped when Adam was created, the spirit world should come down to earth and help at the time of recreation. Otherwise, it cannot be achieved. You see, the kingdom of heaven on earth, the substantiation of Chanelguk cannot be achieved without the support of the spirit world. The spiritual world can support us if we offer devotion more than our ancestors did in the past, more than the saints and the heroes did in the past. And we can do that if we offer devotion in Chonchimon. And then you can really uh, mobilize the spiritual world. When spiritual world was mobilized during the time of Jesus in the history of Christianity, how Christianity became a worldwide religion, how Christianity became the state religion of Rome, how how come the entire nation of Rome accepted Christianity as the national religion? Because of the support of the spiritual world. That is when Constantine the Great had some kind of a dream, and then his own mother influenced him also, and eventually based on this dream, and then he can see the reality that this dream is being fulfilled with his soldiers. Then what happened is that Constantine was truly convinced that Christianity is an amazing religion, and eventually declared Christianity as a legal religion in Rome. And after years, it became a national religion of Rome. You can see the incredible power of the spiritual world. It made Christianity from an underground illegal movement, right? Banned by the nation of Rome in the past. Eventually, it was recognized and legalized, and eventually become the national religion of Rome. That can also happen to Japan, right? That can happen to Korea. That can happen to the Philippines. So, if we mobilize the spiritual world, nothing is impossible. Miracles will happen, brothers and sisters. We have to really believe, in this, because it happened already during the time of Christianity, during the time of Constantine the Great. How about the spiritual world? Can it affect the world level? Yes. True Mother, in her speech, how is it that 16 United Nations member nations mobilized to help the small nation of Korea that was unknown to the world? This was not thanks to human effort, but this was thanks to God, meaning the spiritual world. Yeah. So you can see during the Korean War, huh? How can 16 nations be mobilized? Yeah, the story is amazing, right? How the 16 nation was mobilized. Even only Russia or China will veto this kind of United Nations resolution to send 16 nations to Korea to defend Korea. Then that 16 nation cannot come to Korea. But at the time of the decision of the Security Council, Russia and China were not able to veto this resolution, and therefore it was approved. And it is because of the works of the spirit world. Yes, that means that the spiritual world can influence world level activities and events. So if we offer devotion in Chonchemon and we mobilize the spiritual world, we can accomplish anything. Adju, we can accomplish anything. We will become victorious. No, as a church, we can be victorious, centering on True Mother, and True Mother will say in the future. True Mother will say, "We did it together, my beloved sons and daughters. We did it together." Wow, how amazing, no? I really long to see that day that will come. We restore the Philippines, and True Mother will declare, as we offer the Philippines to True Mother will declare, "Oh, my Filipino brothers and sisters, my Filipino children, we did it together." Wow. So, we have to liberate and mobilize the spiritual world. By doing so, our ancestors, no matter how evil they are, even though they are in hell, they can become absolute good spirits. By liberating our ancestors, through collateral liberation, our enemy becomes our spiritual children, right? And then we can get the support of the more than 500 billion absolute good spirits. And then these good spirits can protect us from evil forces. And these evil spirits can be and can give effective education to the people on this earth through spiritual experiences, dreams, and vision. If we mobilize the spiritual world, no, the ancestor of BBM, the ancestor of the presidents of nations, can appear to every presidents of nations. And then, through these spiritual experiences, they have to really attend True Mother. And our movement can prosper and develop and become a national religion in a particular nation, eventually a world religion, eventually uniting the whole world, establishing substantial Chanilgu. Aju, so when you unite with true parents, you will see miracles. And true parents said, "Let us offer devotion in Chonchimon. Let us register in CheonBo events, in special great works." So we have to follow true parents. We have to unite with true parents. And eventually, we can mobilize the spiritual world. And then when True Mother said, "Offer devotion in Chonchimon," what will be the effect of offering devotion in Chonchimon to us as individuals? As individual, what will happen to us? We have to develop our personal relationship with God and true parents through Chonchimon. Then our mind can gain power 4 times than before and subjugate the body. We can reach individual perfection when we unite mind and body. You see, our mind can subjugate our body, can have power 4 times than before. But if we offer devotion in Chonchimon, brothers and sisters. Then when we unite our mind and body, we stand in the position as perfected individuals. We can perfect our families. We can perfect our tribe. And we can accomplish anything. In fact, we can even build the kingdom of heaven on earth. This is the power of Chonchimon. If it can give 4 times the power that we need for our spirit to subjugate the body, and everything can be accomplished. How amazing grace from True Mother. Now, this Chonshimon, brothers and sisters, right? How amazing it is that we are living in this beautiful era now. So, by doing so, we can unite our mind and body with Heavenly Parent as the center of our mind, and Satan will be expelled from this world. Satan will be expelled, and we can become victorious sons and daughters of God. Aju, how amazing Chonshimon is, right? And we will become person whom God originally created, God's original design. Humankind will naturally live for the sake of others. No need to attend seminar in order to become good. No need to do fasting in order to be good. We naturally live for the sake of others because our mind subjugated our body, right? Because our mind became 4 times stronger than before because we offer devotion in Chonchimon. So, true parents said, we will inherit heavenly fortune and heavenly blessing if we join Chongpyong Great Works or what we call attend CheonBo events. Yeah, register in CheonBo events. This is through Father's calligraphy. By registering in CheonBo events and special great works, we can inherit heavenly fortune and heavenly blessing. So, brothers and sisters, please bring more people to receive grace and heavenly fortune. Let us all register and join the HJ CheonBo event in Kawayan, Isabela on April 18 to 19, 2026. Adieu. 감사합니다. Thank you very much, everyone.
Aju. So thank you so much for Sir Edgar. So just let us give our appreciation by giving him a virtual round of applause. Yes, mga reactions po natin dyan. Okay, maraming salamat po. And so, yes, brothers and sisters, as we continue moving forward, yeah, let's keep all of these messages, keep all of these inspiration close, to our hearts, right? So now, brothers and sisters, for our testimony tonight to further give us inspiration, please help me welcome our Tito, Mr. Manolito Urbano.
Hello po. Dinig po, ma'am.
Yes,
Dinig po.
Opo.
Okay po. Okay. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. At mapagpalang gabi po. Una po sa lahat, nagpapasalamat po ako. At ako'y nabigyan naman ng pagkakataon na maibahagi ang aking personal experience, reflection, at testimony tungkol sa ating grupo o our church. Una po sa lahat, siguro gusto ko man ipabahagi o konting introduction ang ating pamilya. Kami po ng misis ko ay kadilang sa PNC. Way back 1990 kami po ay kinasalo ng civil. At ang misis ko ay naging OFW sa Hong Kong. And then doon sa Hong Kong, si misis doon niya nakilala sila through parents. Doon siya na-witnessan. Ibinahagi naman sa akin about two parents at ako'y kanyang winitnessan. In short, ang misis po ang aking spiritual mother. Then, after that, nag-attend kami ng Holy Blessing sa grupo ng 30,000, 1992. No? Nabiyayaan po kami ng 3 anak after our blessing. Isang lalaki at 2 babae. So, fast forward na tayo para madali. Year 2010, around 2010, may isang pangyayari na sa akin na hindi ko ito makakalimutan dahil napaganipan ko ay dream to Father. Sa ating panaginip, napakaraming mga espiritu nakapalibot sa akin. At may isang espiritu na napakalaki. Pero ang mga spirit na ito, 1,000 siguro, marami, hindi ko mabilang. Hindi ko alam kung good o bad spirit ang mga yun. At sa harapan ko may isang napakalaking espiritu na parang gigante, gusto akong sunggaban, parang kainin nga. And then dahil natakot ako, nagpatulong ako sa aking panaginip. Sa aking panaginip, biglang sumulpot si True Father. Sinabi niya, manalig ka at manalangin, sabi. So, ginawa ko yun, yumuko ako at nag-pray. So, biglang nawala yung mga, yung mga spirit. Biglang nagiwanag yung surroundings. Yun ang hindi ko makakalimutan na pangyayari sa akin after our blessing. Kung kanya ko. na siya rin yung pinakapitan ko na basta't manalig tayo kila true parents, Father, huwag tayong matakot. Malabanan natin lahat ang mga circumstances na dumating sa atin. Yun ang aral na napulot ko doon sa aking panaginip na yun. Sinare ko na rin sa ating mga kapatid dito sa Abra about my dreams. Na kahit marami tayong mga pagdududa o kaya mga dumadating na kahirapan, wag lang tayong kumalas sila true father, true parents. Kahit gabuk na lang yung paniniwala natin, basta ang importante, huwag tayong makatpok sa kanila. Huwag natin ikatpok yung connection natin kila true parents. Yun ang aral na napulot ko doon sa aking panaginip na yun. Then, again, fast forward ulit. Niliberate namin ang aming ancestor, 1 to 7. At the same time, ngayon po, na-bless na rin namin. Doon ko, sa mga ancestor ko, sa father ko, tuwing matutulog ako, nag-ask ako ng kahit anong tulong ko. Kaya nakikiusap ako sa kanila kung ano ang mas magandang gawin. O ipaliwatig nila kung ano ang mas maganda nating gawin sa araw-araw. So, through dreams, nagpapakita yung mga magulang ko. Pero ito yung mga unang, lahat, kung may mga problema ako, kung may mga suliranin, nag-aas ako bago ako matulog. Every night yan. Kahit nga sa pangungutang ko, nag-ask ko din kung dapat ba ako mangutang o hindi. Pero totoo ko yun talaga. Meron pa nga isang pangyayari na ano ba yun? Napag-inipan ko sila. Yung father ko at saka yung brother ko na nasa spiritual na rin. Naidlip ako sa tanghali. Sumulpot sila, pumunta sila dito sa bahay. At sabi nila, tayo na, sabi nila. Pinalabit ako. Then, sumama ako. Doon sa kalsada, bigla silang nawala. Sa panaginip ko lang yun, And then, doon na ako nagising. After 1 hour, tumawag na yung pamangkin ko. Namatay yung bayaw ko. So, may ipalawatig yung mga magulang ko at yung kapatid ko doon na siguro puntahan ko na yung naghihingalo na bayaw ko. Kasi malapit lang dito sa amin yung bayaw ko. Mga panaginip ko rin na basta kung ano yung gusto kong ano ba ma-achieve, nagpapaalam ako sa mga magulang ko. Doon sila nagbibigay ng kung ano ang dapat, the best way, yun. The best way kung ano ang dapat natin gawin. So, fast forward again, dumating yung Simon dito sa Abra. Dito na mas maganda ang sitwasyon kasi nagpapasalamat kami. May yung Simon dito. May nagbigay, na-donate. Maraming salamat at dumating yung Simon dito sa amin. Dito kami, dito na ako. O dito na kami, nakikiusap kila to parents. Dito sa pagdating ng Tong Simon dito sa Abra, dumating dito sa bahay. After 3 days, may naranasan din ako na nakakaiba. Dito sa kwarto na pinaglagyan namin ng Tong Simon, habang we do the devotion, parang nararamdaman ko na napakaraming spirit na dumating din. Habang kumakanta ano ba yung song na yun? Yung Song of the Garden. Habang kumakanta ako, pakiramdam ko parang napakaraming spirit na pumasok dito sa Chong Simon. Yun. Oo, tama. And then, habang kumakanta kami ng gano'n, kumakanta ako ng song na yun, inaanyayahan ko rin yung mga magulang ko at sa mga brother, yung mga brother ko na nasa spirit world na rin, inaanyayahan ko na sasali sila, pumasok din sana sila. So, and then sa pagbawing ko, sa full bowing, parang nararamdaman ko nga talaga na nakikisabay sila for bowing. So yung spiritual senses ko, parang nasa-sense niya na sumasabay sila sa bowing condition. Yun ang experience ko dito sa Chong Simon. And then, after that, dumating na yung pag-take ng mga anak ko sa mga board exams nila. Dito na kami ulit humingi ng tulong sa parents. Gumawa kami ng condition para tulungan yung mga bata para makapasasana sila sa board examination. Kasi sa hirap ng buhay, kung hindi na yan makakapasa ulit mag-retake na naman ng panibagong gastos ulit. Kaya yun ang iniisip namin na sana makapasa sila lahat. So then, yun, himala nga, lahat sila naging board passer, one-time taker. So maraming salamat na nandito yung tungsong kasi sila lang yung nagbibigay ng pag-asa dito sa amin. At sa atin na rin siguro lahat. Basta't manalig tayo. Okay? Yun lang po talaga ang aming karanasan. Ang aking karanasan naman, bilang member ng grupo natin, church. Maraming salamat po. Thank you. Sabi na.
Thank you so much po, Tito. Yeah, so let's give our love and support our Tito through the reactions po. And maraming salamat, brothers and sisters. And yes, thank you so much din po, Tito. May the grace and blessings of God continue to flow in each and every one of us and to our families as well. Ayun po. So now, brothers and sisters, for our announcement. So for those who have not registered pa po for our CheonBo event, upcoming, ito po ang ating registration link. So yes, this if you haven't also invited some of our brothers and sisters, yeah, we can send this to them also para marami rin po tayo when the time comes. So yes, this will be held on April 18 to 19 po in Kawayan, Isabela, and available naman rin po siya online. These are our details. And yes, meron din po tayong second 21 days spiritual growth workshop. So it's also a special devotion for Holy Mother Han. It will be held on May 9 to 29 po in Pak Chong, Thailand. So for our young people also, kung sino po ang interesado, and for those who really want to also renew their spirits and yes, this Mm. We also have the CheonBo Special Grade Works from May 1 to 3, Friday through Sunday po, in CheonBo. At ongoing po ang ating 7-day special CheonBo education. So this will be until April 16 po at 7 p.m. So after this, magkakaroon pa rin po tayo. So if you still want to attend more lectures, we are encouraging everyone to listen until April 16 po. And so thank you very much, brothers and sisters. And now, for our closing message, may I call on Reverend Rene Lansangan.
Wala yata.
Proceed na lang po, sir. Closing.
I think Serene is in a weak signal area. I'm going to take over. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you so much, John Olive. And good evening, leaders, precious brothers and sisters attending in this Zoom education, 7 days education program. Thank you for attending tonight. So this is the 5th, and we have 2 more sessions to go before the 2 days CheonBo event in Isabela. So, Sir Ronnie, thank you so much for your inspiration and for your heart, for sharing your heart tonight, and also for the amazing lecture. Sir Edgar, thank you so much. Indeed, it was really a great blessing wherein altogether we now live with our Holy Mother hand. It is truly very important, our body, our physical body, while it is on earth, while our physical body is on earth, it's how much important it is. So there are a lot of people, who couldn't really, who do not understand the real essence of having who alive physically on earth, but that is our mission. And so in our movement centered on the last central figure, our Holy Mother Han, while Mother walks on earth and lives here on earth, how much amazing blessing that is prepared for us, because a mom can give everything or do everything to save. So it is important for us as one family, as unification members, to understand our position, our as the together who attends Holy Mother Han as the central figure of this of history of this current providence. And so personally, I am truly very grateful for the message is. Honestly, it's attend and register and attend event in Kawayan, Isabela. So with this, thank you so much for attending, and we are hopeful and prayerfully no, asking everybody to really attend and listen to the two remaining sessions, lectures before the event, and so that we could be able to truly attend well and enjoy and receive more blessings in this upcoming CheonBo, 2 days CheonBo event. 감사합니다. 사랑합니다.
Aju, thank you so much for Tita Connie. Yes, regional leader of Cordillera Administrative Region. Okay, so now, brothers and sisters, let's move on to the closing prayer. So please help me welcome our Tita Olivia Chingbobe.
Okay na siya. Good evening. Am I audible?
May konting echo lang po.
Okay. Is it okay? It's better now?
Better na po.
Okay. Okay, please join me in my prayer. Our most beloved, for you, our fifth session in preparation, 19th, 18th, and 19th of April. It's a great privilege that is given to us as one nation, one region, Philippines. And with a grateful heart and humility, please accept this whole session as a springboard for us to receive this blessing. Our Father God in heaven and our Mother God in heaven, we truly pray that we may be able to remove all unnecessary disturbances, hindrances, loads that are hindering us from receiving your love. So we truly pray, our victorious true parents, that you will really continuously guide us as we are remaining with the 2 sessions to have a very successful CheonBo this coming April 18 and 19. We pray for our good ancestors, all the good spirit world to commune with us, to work hand in hand with us, that will really give glory to you, to our true parents. And so I offer this in my name, Olivia Gonzalez Chingbobe, owner of Chung Il-guk, with the humility in service of our Holy Mother Han, Aju.
Aju. Okay, thank you very much po. So brothers and sisters, we have reached the end of tonight's session. So before we go po, may I request everyone to please open their cameras for our group photo. Okay, please show us your beautiful and handsome faces. Ayan. All right. Okay po. So is everyone ready? Okay. Now everyone say, 아버지, 어머니, 사랑합니다. Okay, Vision 2027. 승리, 승리, 승리. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
Kamsahamnida.
God bless po.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sir. Thank you, brothers. Thank you, John Olive.